What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 3, Episode 19, The Once and Future Flash, which is a comic book arc, if you're interested. This episode will be directed by Tom Cavanagh. Sadly, The Flash is now on a 4-week break until Tuesday, the 25th of April. So let's go ahead and watch this trailer, and then I'll be back to discuss what happens within this trailer. So let's watch it, guys.
Cisco, what happened to everybody?
That is something you're gonna have to see for yourself.
You're from before she dies, aren't you?
2024, I made it.
Tell me who Savitar is. We'll stop him before he even tries.
You are gonna be so surprised when you find out.
You're in for a world of pain.
The Flash. All new episodes return Tuesday, April 25th on this.
And we are back. So this trailer was quite interesting. Though it doesn't tell us a lot, we can kind of guess what's going to happen. So it was quite interesting. So it started with Barry Allen saying to Cisco, what happened to everybody? And then he said, that's something you're going to have to see for yourself. So what's interesting about this episode is Barry's gone into the future 7 years ahead to 2024. So this episode will be based around Iris being dead. So we're going to see a version of the future Flash, and we're going to see the present Flash go into it. And what's interesting is all the characters are supposed to be 7 years older, but the only thing that looks different about Cisco is his hair looks like fuzzy. That's the only kind of differences. And yeah, so I know it's hard for them to make characters appear older, although it's 7 years, but literally every character to me doesn't look older. And then we get Future Flash saying to Present Flash, you're from before she dies, aren't you? And then Barry looks dramatically shocked. So he's now realizing in the future that Iris is dead. But let's talk about the kind of future Flash. I mean, to me, it was pretty cool how they kept this under wraps, because I know Flash usually films outside. They've just turned Barry Allen into emo Barry Allen in the future. His hair's kind of pushed off to the side, and to be honest, I actually prefer this kind of look of the future Barry Allen to the actual current Barry Allen. So it looks like they've just done an Oliver Queen, where instead of obviously Oliver Queen had really long hair on the island, and they've kind of done a flip inverse. So when the future Flash is there, he's got really long hair. So it's kind of a pretty cool thing. And then we get a clip with Barry Allen saying he's made it to 2024. I made it. And then some newspaper article hits him. And then he goes, tell me who Savitar is. Wally West is in a wheelchair. He's like, I can stop this before he even tries. Which is kind of interesting, because he can't stop it before he even tries, just because he says he can. And what's interesting is people are saying that this clarifies that Future Flash is Savitar, just because Savitar says it's you or me, Barry. Only one of us can live. This doesn't actually clarify that Savitar is Future Flash. And then like some people are theorizing that kind of that Barry put in his Future Flash into the prison, and he lost his mind and went crazy, and that created Savitar, and therefore he created himself. This video is not really about that. I just want to clarify some things that people are saying. I don't really think this clarifies anything. And then we get Killer Frost. She says, you're going to be surprised when you found out. So this is referring to when the actor says that different people are going to find out Savitar's identity at different times. So for me, this tells me that Killer Frost is most likely going to find out the identity of Savitar before anyone else. And the most interesting thing that's got the internet buzzing is Parry Allen finally has a new suit. So if you remember a couple of months ago on Grant Gustin's Instagram, he put a video up with a massive time lapse on it where you could see he was getting a new suit molded. So you got to remember this episode is 7 years in the future. 7 years, okay, yeah, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 7 years in the future. So does this mean that we're not going to get a new Barry Allen suit until 2024 in real life? Hopefully this isn't a thing, and hopefully we do get a new suit before the end. Although the current suit's had some modifications, Barry needs a new suit. So my interpretation of this new suit is I'm not really liking it. It's got a new 52 DC Comics kind of feel about it. It just looks like they've made it more kind of like the iconic new 52 suit. You can see he's got the kind of lightning logos on his elbows, I suppose you could say. And it's a bit brighter. There's more yellow. I'm not really a fan of it, guys. I mean, if you want me to break it down properly, I can do another video on that. But I just thought I'd mention it, as that is pretty much the highlight of the whole episode, of the whole trailer, is the Barry Allen's new suit. And also, spoiler alert, although you don't see Top in this, Mirror Master and Top, who are part of the Rose, are going to be the villain of the week, I suppose, within this episode. But it's not clear to me whether this is in the current day or in the future. I can't quite decipher which is which. And then what's interesting is Emo Barry, future Barry, pushes our Barry right at the end of the trailer, which is it's very, very interesting how they kind of get into some kind of argument. I don't know what it's about, but if you look, you can see in the background, I've got my magnifying glass out, it looks like it's in what was Harrison Wells' time vault, the Gideon time vault. As you can see in the back, there's some like panels with the silver circles on them. It looks like it's in that vault. So obviously this could be when Future Flash reveals who Savitar is, and potentially he's taking it bad. I mean, you could take this scene a lot of different ways, and I presume because there's a massive 4-week gap, that we're going to get lots of new information, and we're going to get lots of kind of bigger details, bigger trailers, kind of hinting at more. But seeing as it's Tom Cavanagh episode, I'm expecting a lot from this episode. I'm not expecting Tom Cavanagh HR to be in this episode as much as he normally would. So it's pretty cool that they've decided to go with a comic book arc, the Once and Future Flash, which is a story where basically the Flash went missing and he came back one day, and the Reverse Flash was basically pretending to be him until Wally kind of figured it out. And the Reverse Flash was the Flash's biggest kind of fan until he realized that one day he was going to become like the Flash's biggest villain, and that the Flash was going to kill him, so he decided to change it all. I've done a video on that. I'm not going to go into full details about that, but it's pretty cool to see what kind of spin on the Once and Future Flash episode comic book, if any of it is actually going to even be the same, because obviously the Flash has gone missing in that comic arc, so they can't really do it the same, but they could put a nice little spin on it. Or is it just a title of the kind of famous Easter egg that a lot of people like to use? I don't really like the Easter egg word. It's just really a comic book reference. So like always, comments down below, guys. Please like, subscribe and comment if you want to, but more importantly if you're new, but more importantly if you want to. So it's going to be so interesting. If I missed any key points or kind of things in this episode, let me know down below, guys. You know I do try to comment back to most people if I can. So what's going to happen after this is I'm going to drop a Legends of Tomorrow episode, as that episode was so epic, so epic. And then I'm going to drop a kind of trailer for the season finale. I'm not sure if I'm going to just bung it into the same video as I did last week, as that's kind of easier for my scheduling. But guys, it's been a cool video, I think. I don't know, let me know what you think. I'll catch you in another video soon. Peace out, guys.